Alright, I'm back again. I did a video a while ago and it didn't come out too good. What happened is it went on a schedule and I couldn't correct the schedule or anything, so now I'm back here fixing it. It's called about, a lot of people are talking about it, trying to predict what's going to happen in this world and trying to predict, the world is trying to predict what there's going to happen there. All kinds of things are happening, but it's all true and it's all happening. And like for an example, the world economy has gone crazy. The weather's gone crazy. Everything has gone crazy. Uh, Financially, it's kind of poor for some people right now. But all the things that were told and predicted in Matthew and Mark, Matthew 24 and Mark 13, it's just those are things that we got to pay attention to because that's what we are. Up again, we're called Jacob's sorrows. In other words, it's the beginning of the tribulation, and it's going to get worse. But anyhow, I want to talk to you about appointed time for all things. People are talking, they're trying to predict, they're trying to prophesy, they're trying to say this and trying to say that. There's a lot of things got to happen yet. I'm not saying it's not going to happen soon. What I'm saying is there's still a lot of things to happen. So there's still an appointed time. God has His way. He has got appointed times for everything. It doesn't matter. He's got appointed times for you. He's got appointed times for me. He's got appointed for times for the world and the world leaders. What people don't realize is He's still in charge. So don't listen to false prophets. In 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Now I believe there's a revival coming. I believe we're at the door. I believe it is actually really, in some areas, it started. So things are happening and they're going to happen fast. And it also says that there will be a revival. This end time revival will be in such a places that it will be in troublesome times. And I don't think we can get anything worse than the troublesome times we're in today. Now, Job turned around 14:14 talks about a man dying himself. He's talking about. He said, "If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait until my change comes." He knew that it was going to change from this body into another body. I guess you would call it heavenly body. There's also all kinds of scriptures about appointed times. There are things that are appointed things to do. There are appointed times for things, what the Lord is going to do. And there's all kinds of words that are out there that are telling people about, this is going to happen, that's according, this is going to happen. Now, just to turn on all the days, in the time appointed in our song, know her appointed times. The stork knows that. Now, in Daniel chapter 18, 8 and chapter 19, he said, Behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation. For at the time appointed the end shall be. It's the time, the end time is appointed. It's not something that you can create. I see people trying to prepare themselves by digging holes and think they're going to escape, hiding in the caves and all that stuff. The word says they're going to do that, but they're still going to be found out. And then in Daniel 11:27, it's repeated again. For both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table. But it shall not prosper, for yet the end shall be at a time appointed. So, what I'm trying to explain here is that we can't make things happen. It's not going to happen and we're not going to delay it. The world leaders are trying to solve the weather problems. They're trying to solve the economy problems. And if they would get down on their knees and probably pray and ask the Lord, I would believe the Lord would repent of some of the things He's allowing to happen. But this has got to happen that way because that God's appointed it and He's allowing it.